Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and those who just came in for the air conditioning. Welcome to the very first episode of my stand-up comedy show, or, as my parents call it, the reason we can't have nice things. I know what you're thinking. Who is this guy, and why does he look like he just lost a bet? Well, let me assure you, I am a professional at making questionable life choices. I'm like a walking before picture. Let's start with a bit about me. I'm from a small town. You know, the kind where the biggest event of the year is the annual Who Can Complain the Loudest contest. Spoiler alert, my aunt wins every year. Her special talent, complaining about the weather inside. My hometown is so small, we don't have traffic. We have awkward standoffs at four-way stops. One time I sat there for 12 minutes, just me and a squirrel, and I think the squirrel won. So I turned 30 recently, which means my body now has a warranty that just expired. Things are cracking, hopping, and clicking, and I'm not even dancing. I sneezed the other day and pulled a muscle in my back. A sneeze. It wasn't even dramatic. I wasn't doing parkour. I was just reaching for a sock. Now one knee clicks like a pen, and the other makes the same sound as a dial-up modem from 2002. If you put your ear to my leg, you can probably access AOL. And nobody warns you about the late 20s, early 30s Google spiral. One small headache and you're online like, is it stress? Or have I been poisoned by invisible mold? WebMD always has two answers. You're fine, drink water, or say goodbye to your loved ones. You have 7 minutes. I tried to get healthy recently. Bought a salad, $12. For a salad that's not a meal, that's a betrayal with dressing. I drank a kale smoothie and my body immediately went into shock. It was like, what is this green stuff? Is this a leaf? Where's the pizza? After 2 days of clean eating, I was so lightheaded I thought I achieved enlightenment. Turns out I just forgot to eat carbs. So I decided to go to the gym. That's where fitness goes to confuse me. I downloaded one of those step-counting apps. Day one, it said, you've taken 143 steps. And I was like, wow, that's actually just the trip to the fridge and back. Day two, it sent me a notification that just said, are you okay? There's always that one guy in the gym. You know the one. Looks like he bench presses pickup trucks for fun. Makes sounds like he's birthing a rhinoceros. And then drops the weights like he's challenging gravity to a duel. And then there's me, in the corner, pretending to stretch. Really, I'm just sitting in child's pose, trying to remember where I left my will to live. And don't even get me started on technology. You ever try explaining a slow Wi-Fi connection to someone under 20? They act like they're being personally attacked. I once had to reboot my router, and my little cousin said, this is worse than dial-up. I was like, kid, you don't know dial-up. I survived dial-up. Back in my day, downloading one song took an entire afternoon, and if someone picked up the phone, that song became a corrupted file and the sound of rage. Life these days is weird. I went to a coffee shop and saw a drink menu longer than my resume. I asked for a regular coffee, and the barista looked at me like I had just kicked her succulent. She said, do you want it oat, soy, almond, coconut, or anxiety-based? I panicked and said, yes. Ended up with a drink that tasted like regret and foam. You know what's wild? When you become an adult, you realize your parents were just guessing. There was no secret handbook, just vibes and coupons. My dad used to fix everything with duct tape and that serious dad grunt. Who? You know the one. That's the sound dads make when they sit down after mowing the lawn. Pure power. I asked my mom once how she raised 3 kids while working full-time. She said, easy. We didn't have TikTok or gluten allergies. You know you're getting older when your excitement for the weekend is doing absolutely nothing. Like someone says, any plans? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna sit. Real hard. And let's talk about laundry. It's a trap. You start off folding one shirt, and suddenly you're in a pile of socks that don't match and questioning every life decision. And dishes, never ending. I wash 1 fork, and 5 spoons magically appear in the sink like it's a cutlery-haunted house. But here's the thing, life is full of chaos, sure. It's unpredictable, messy, and sometimes smells weird. But if you can laugh through it, even just a little, you're already winning. So thank you all for being here, for laughing with me or at me. I'm not picky. We've only just begun this journey, and I promise the chaos gets funnier. Let's navigate it together, one joke at a time. You've been amazing, I've been awkward, and this has been cheaper than therapy, so I'd say we all win tonight.